beer from a pirate island in the Baltic Sea. Yeah, this is Stallhagen Island Hopper Bohemian Pils, and it is brewed on an island in between Finland and Sweden. It is historically an interesting place. It has been a pirate haven, a trading sanctuary, and as its name says, an island hopper where boats would stop off in between cities such as Helsinki and Stockholm and perhaps Copenhagen and all the way to perhaps St. Petersburg. So yeah, this brewery I think is fairly recent, but the history of alcohol on that island goes way back to those pirate times a few hundred years ago. It is a Finnish territory. I think it's semi-autonomous or autonomous. I've never been there, but I got this in Finland. And yeah, it's a Bohemian Pils, so it's a Czech style lager. It's coming in at 5%. It says that they use Magnum hops and Saaz hops. So I imagine the Magnum is the bittering hops at 60 minutes, and then they're using perhaps Czech Saaz late in the boil and maybe a hop stand for those floral notes. So yeah, not sure what to expect from this. You can't find much about this online other than from what the brewery says. So I'm imagining this is their take on a Czech Bohemian Pils. Let's crack it open and see if it does the job. Alright, so it has poured a golden colour, nice thick white head on it. It is not at all crystal clear like you'd expect from a lager. It is a bit cloudy, a bit hazy. So definitely unfiltered, not sure about how long this has been lagered. Yeah. See how it smells. Yeah, definitely off the bat, look at that floral aroma from those Saaz hops. Very slight malt sweetness there. A little bit crackery. I mean, it smells like a Bohemian Pilsner. Let's see if it tastes like a Bohemian Pilsner. It's not bad. Yeah, man. That sweetness does come through on the taste. It's not as crisp as I was expecting. Yeah, I mean it's got a nice malt flavour to it. Those hops are there, the floral character, a classic kind of Bohemian Pils floral character. I mean, I like my Czech Pils to be a little bit snappier, a little bit more bitterness coming through. I think maybe this has got something to do with the water profile. So maybe on the island they have a very, I don't know, unique water profile, but I think their water profile may be more towards malt forward beers. and you can tell that in this beer. So while I'm not picking any kind of off flavors, there's nothing wrong with this beer. I just think, yeah, for me, I think my head is saying that water profile is making the kind of malt sweetness shine more than the hops. And I think on a Bohemian Pils, I prefer a little bit more kind of hop signature. It is supposed to be kind of a bombastically hopped lager. That's what Bohemian Pils is kind of famous for. It's a little bit more bitter, a little bit more kind of floral, and a little bit spicy. Not crazy, but much more than say like a German Helles or like a classic American macro lager. A Bohemian Pils are the hops are definitely there. They are quite present. They sing to you when you drink it, but still maintaining balance. Yeah, for me, I'd say this is about a 3 out of 5. Nothing wrong with it. Of course, trying to match up against some of those classic Czech lagers for any brewery, especially say a microbrewery, that's going to be very difficult. Hundreds of years of experience there, and just like the water and their equipment and the decoction and all that kind of stuff going on. They are masters at it. So I'd say this would be a welcome beer for me if I was hopping off a ferry, stop off, beautiful location in the middle of the Baltic Sea, in between Finland and Sweden, historic, that kind of pirate and trading post. Really, I would love to visit those islands, the Åland Islands. So this is, pretty decent beer. Nothing special or wow, but respectable. I'd say this is a respectable Bohemian Pils that leans more towards the kind of malt side than the sort of crackery, snappy, bitter side. So not what I would prefer in a Bohemian Pils, but I wouldn't turn it down if I got off a ferry on the island, for sure. Cheers.